When it comes to record cleaners that have endured the test of time, few things have outsold and outshined the classic Discwasher. In fact, I actually have two that I've purchased over the years should one ever fail me or should one ever wear out. It's a pretty easy cleaning system and pretty easy to do. I want to mention first of all that they have remanufactured these under the RCA brand, and it's not the same material that they use on the classic Discwasher. This is a microfiber material that really gets into the grooves of the vinyl and picks up dirt. The ones that they manufacture now, sadly, and they even look like this, it's just a different type of corduroy, if you will, on the front. It's a lighter brown. They don't do the same job, so you really want to look for a vintage one that was made in the 70s or early 80s. Now, you'll notice when you take it out of the box, it's pretty simple. It just looks like a brush. It has the microfibers on the bottom. It has the Discwasher logo on the side, and that arrow pointing that way is going to come into play in a second, so you'll definitely want to take note of that. And then on the other side, you have a spot where the actual bottle of D4 solution and the brush sits in. So you have this little red brush here, and you'll notice it has some pretty heavy-duty bristles right there. And the first thing that you want to do before you use your Discwasher is you actually want to clean it in case there's any residue left from the previous cleaning that you did. And that's simply done by just giving it a couple of swipes like that on the bristles. Make sure that they're all clean. Make sure any particles of dust or debris come off it. You can set that aside. And then inside you'll have a container for the D4 solution. Now, like I was saying a second ago, that arrow comes into play because the way that you want to put this solution on the brush is you want to put it on the side where the arrow is. So you see that arrow there? I'm going to put about 4 or 5 drops on the side here. Now, sometimes the drops don't want to settle into the brush. They'll bead. I just use the tip of the Discwasher bottle solution just to press them in so that it soaks into the actual brush. So you want to do 4 or 5 little drops there. Make sure it soaks in because you want to make sure that that solution comes into contact with the vinyl. Now, the next thing that I do is I actually set my record player to the fastest speed that it will spin the record. If you have one that spins it at 78, you might want to do that. I'm going to spin it at 45. The reason why is because when I put the brush in contact with the vinyl, I want it to evenly and quickly spread the liquid onto the vinyl. So I'm going to get that spinning on the record that I want to clean. Now again, this comes into play. I want to take the side that the liquid is on with the arrow, and I want to gently, I don't want to press down because I don't want to wear out the motor. I want to gently just line that up with the record, like so, and I gently want to just let it coat the record with the solution. And you'll notice after a number of revolutions that the record will start to get a little damp, and that's normal. You want that solution to seep into the crevices of the vinyl grooves because it's going to be cleaning them out. And after you've had a couple of revolutions and you feel like the liquid has sunk into the vinyl decently, what you want to do is you actually just want to start to turn. You want to turn the brush into the middle section and then slowly to the far section. And what that's doing, it's not only drying the solution, but those microfibers are reaching deep into the grooves of the vinyl and they're picking up any debris or crud that's been stuck in the vinyl that could prevent it from sounding great. So again, you're just going to want to take a couple of revolutions and just slowly rock it back and forth so it dries the solution off the vinyl, and so that you get all the crud that potentially has filled up those grooves, preventing you from getting the optimal sound out of the vinyl that you want to play. So once you've done that a number of times, you'll notice that the actual Discwasher brush, I don't know if you can see it there are some particles. There's some particles of dust and some hair that have come up off of that. It might be difficult to see there, but there is some debris that's come off of that vinyl that was stuck in the grooves. And again, you're going to want to take that trusty little brush and just kind of clean that off again so that the next time you go to use it, you're not using a dirty brush. And then when you're done, you simply put the D4 solution back in there, put the brush back in, and I'm one to put things away, so I always put it back in its box and I make sure that the top goes back on. And your vinyl after that will be clean and ready to play. And usually you can hear a significant difference in how the vinyl sounds, often because you've gotten rid of the crud that was standing in the way of the grooves being clean.
I was hungry and I was cold, and a father far too old. Couldn't make it to the place you'd like to be.
So there you have it. There's a quick little video showing you how you can use the Discwasher system. And again, I can't stress it enough, you want to make sure that you get a vintage dishwasher. They're usually on eBay from time to time. Don't buy the knockoff ones that are being manufactured now.